Okay, so now we're going to get ready to plug up our antibiotics piggyback. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to, do my general principles, safety practices, knock, identify, greet patient, explain procedure. I'm hooking up piggyback antibiotic to keep you from, going into septic shock, getting infection, all that fun stuff. So I've performed hand hygiene, donned gloves, and I'm now going to hook up the piggyback. So I'm going to take this out. Maybe. Gonna hang this up here while I get the piggyback starting thing ready. So we're gonna open our piggyback starting equipment. And now we're going to take the piggyback back down, just like we did earlier. We're going to take off the top. Make sure not to touch it with anything that is not sterile, or just sterile. If it's sterile, you could probably touch it, but we're not going to. So we're going to make sure we're keeping that clean. Taking off the cap for our spike, and we're going to stick it straight down, going in a twisting motion. Maybe. Real difficult. Oh, Jesus. It's not wanting to spike through. There you go. Okay. I got there. Okay, so now we're going to make sure this is closed all the way. Make sure it's untangled too. You want it to be closed all the way so there's nothing dripping out just yet. Hang it up. We're now going to put the big bag on the hanger here. Oh, those aren't good. We're going to prime our piggyback. Oh, that was quick. Okay. Oh. Oh boy, that's scary. Okay, and we are going to clamp our main IV while we attach this. Make sure there's no drippage, no nothing going, and we're going to take off the cap. Make sure not to touch anything else. Toss the cap. The hub. And we have to scrub the hub. Okay, so I'm going to get my alcohol prep wipes. Make sure not to touch anything that should be touched. I'm going to scrub the hub vigorously. Make sure that there's no bacteria on it. You want none at all. Oh, we got to flush. Okay. Okay. So before I would attach this, or rewinding just a second, we got to rewind. Hold on. Sorry, folks. Okay, gonna have this hanging here. And before we do that, we got to flush our IV through the port closest. We're gonna scrub the hub again. We're gonna reuse this wipe. You wouldn't do this ever, but we're gonna do it for right now. Scrub it very vigorously. Make sure there's no bacteria on it. We're now going to attach the we're now going to attach the flush, the saline flush. Twist it on. We're going to aspirate. This was a step that I missed earlier in the last video, but you aspirate before you flush, just to see if there's good active blood flow. You're in the vein, everything's good. So we're going to aspirate. Good. Okay, and now we're going to flush very slowly. I will not be using the full flush in here because, as you can see, it's already very wet and we don't like that. So, going to unscrew the flush, attach a cap, a green cap, and a antimicrobial cap. If it pops off. Attach here at the hub. Put it down. You would never recap these because we could just throw them away, but for reusing, we're just going to do that. And now we're going to attach the piggyback to the furthest hub. So we'd scrub the hub, make sure just scrub it as vigorously as we can to make sure there's no bacteria. Uncap this, attach it, maybe, and make sure not to touch anything like I just did. You're going to squeeze it to about halfway on the piggyback, and now we're going to let loose. Now we're going to open up the drip on the first one to the prescribed rate, or if we had the machine, we would also do that. And we are going to come here and open it up. This, where it's higher up than this, it'll start dripping, and this will not drip. And that is how you do a piggyback. Now, we also were monitoring the site for any sort of redness. We checked it against the MAR to make sure there's no contradictions or anything against the other medication that's going through. Right now it's just a saline, so there's nothing bad going on. There's no bad mamma jamma going on. And we checked that with the doctor. We checked that there's no allergies to this medication with our patient. Again, 3-step verified. And I'd come back to check on my patient in about 30 minutes to make sure they're completely okay. Oh, it's dripping a lot. Hold on, pause for the cause. Okay, and once we've made sure that there's no longer any medication left, we're going to close everything off. After about 30 minutes, we're going to close everything off. Everything's been transfused. I'm going to take off the clamp. Green cap it. Discard our piggyback. Hang back up our main IV bag. Uh-oh, it's falling. That's scary. Okay. And we'd record anything out of the ordinary, just anything in general. Record, and get your guy a drink, I guess. That's it. Okay. Thank you.